Today, we are going to combine two of Korea's favorite dishes, tteokbokki and ramen. Oh my goodness, this combination is such good taste, flavors, combination. What's not to like? We are going to really hook it up for you. So you want to stick around to the end of this video because we're going to have a lot of information to share. Just to give you a little bit of a background, okay? A lot of you know I've already traveled around the world, been to 64 countries. Maybe some of you didn't know that I managed the food service for the 1980 Winter Olympics, catering for the athletes and support personnel. Over 4,100 people, 4 meals a day. Talk about international cooking. We cooked for just about every nation that was participating, okay? Had lots of specialties there. In addition to that, some of you probably also didn't know that I was Dr. Maya Angelou's personal chef. I actually consulted with her on both of her cookbooks where I designed the food that was shown in the photographs, okay? So lots of good experience designing food, cooking food, international food, but most important is cooking for you, our video. Because watching in our videos, you'll see a lot of the information that I've learned in over 6 decades of cooking, okay? So we're gonna share that with you. To get that kind of information, you gotta like us, that's number 1. Number 2, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed, do it and share because you and your friends and your family are gonna wanna know all of these wonderful things, okay? So I'm Chef Don McMillan. I can't wait to get started on this wonderful recipe. Check it out. In order to make tteokbokki, this is what you need. This is a Korean chili paste, hot pepper paste. That's it. This is the key. You got to have this. No substitute will do. You can get it online. You can get it at your favorite Asian store. Okay? It's really popular. In fact, it's so popular. Have you seen Squid Game yet? Come on. Okay? That's what they love in there. This is a favorite. This is a favorite street food. Enough talking. Let's do some cooking. Here we go. Carrot. I'm going to start with a carrot. I have here in my bowl, pot. Okay? We're going to cook up our vegetables. Get a little bit of flavor going in them. Okay, so let me get the heat on. I got a tablespoon of vegetable oil in the pot. I'm gonna peel my carrot. Okay, and to peel the carrot, you know your peeler has 2 blades, and I go back and forth just like this. Look how quick I can peel a carrot. So easy. All right, and I don't need either end of the carrot, so let's cut those off as well. We'll get rid of that. And I'm going to do something a little bit different is I'm actually going to shred the carrot. So I have here my box grater and we're just going to grate it really quick. I don't need a lot of carrot, but it's going to give this wonderful dish a lot of characteristics. It's going to give it beautiful color. It's going to give it a beautiful mouthfeel, okay? And keep in mind that these box graters are also known as knuckle busters. So don't do it to the bitter end. Just do it till you're comfortable and then you can eat the rest. So there's our carrots. Okay, let's take those out and we'll place those right into the hot oil and let them do a little cooking. Meanwhile, they're going to be joined by some onions. I think if you took onions off the menu, I'd have to stop cooking because that is my favorite vegetable to cook with. So to cut an onion, what I'm going to do is to cut off part of the root, cut off the flower part. Where the root is right here, divide it in half, just like that. Peel off the outside 1 or 2 layers of onion skin because they don't cook up very well anyway. And we're going to go ahead and peel those off. Check our carrots. I don't want them to burn, so let's give them a little bit of a stir. Okay, they're happy in there. So here's our onion. An invisible line on this side of the root. Vertical slices down like this. Turn it a quarter turn and vertical slices again. And look how quick I dice an onion. Just that easy. Take that diced onion, place it right in there with our carrots. All right, let me get that other half going here. you don't have time to be just doing one little piece of onion at a time. You gotta cut a whole bunch in a short period of time. And that's what we did. So let's go ahead and saute our onions. You'll see some of the onions are turning just a little bit brown, which tells me that the sugar is coming out. And that's so important if we're gonna caramelize these onions, get a little bit of sugar going on in there. Maybe about a minute, no more than that. And then we're gonna add in some cabbage. So I wanna shred the cabbage. Remember, this is gonna be eaten with chopsticks, okay? So you don't want any huge or large pieces in there. You want more manageable sized pieces. Those are a couple of the end pieces. I don't want those in my dish. And let's put our cabbage in there. There's a few stray pieces. Let's put those during the party. Give it a little bit of a stir. So cabbage has a lot of water in them. So when you add the cabbage, what will start happening in just a minute is that the water is going to start coming out. And then instead of sauteing our vegetables, we actually would be stewing them, okay? Well, we don't want that to happen. So now, our onions, our cabbage, our carrots are in there. Let's go ahead and start adding some more ingredients. We're gonna add in water. Now, our ramen comes with, look, flavor packs. And these flavor packs are the ingredients to give it that extra kicked up flavor in there. So I know it has like salt in there, as well as some flavoring, like chicken flavoring, okay? So if that happens, you don't need to add a whole lot of salt. So keep that in mind, please, okay? So now we're gonna let our vegetables just kind of stir in there, and I'm gonna add in my flavor packs. This one has a little seaweed in there as well, which is going to be a great flavor enhancer. It gives it that umami. You know, that's that 6 flavors sense that we have. And then here's the powder. Now this is the powder that has the chicken flavoring and salt and all that in there. Let's go ahead and put that into our mixture. Okay. And we'll let this come up to just a simmer. And we're going to simmer it for maybe a minute, and then we're going to start adding in more of our great ingredients. We brought it up to a simmer. Our vegetables are partially cooked. Let's go ahead before they're fully cooked and add the rest of our great ingredients. As I mentioned, to make tteokbokki, we also have to have this wonderful paste. Look at that paste. Now, I know it says hot pepper paste, but it's really not that hot. But it is that delicious and cannot be skipped. Don't leave it out. About 1.5 tablespoons will do it just right. So let's stir that into our mixture here. It's really thick, so it's gonna take a little bit of work just stirring it in there, but it's worth every sip, every bite that you will enjoy. Okay. And I have chili powder. Now this is the American chili powder. If you want, use the Korean chili powder, but it's not like cayenne pepper, so it's not that hot, okay? But it is that flavorful. I'm also adding in about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper and about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Now this is also important. You may say, oh, I don't like it sweet, but trust me, this is the yin and yang with that chili paste. You need the sugar. And it wouldn't be without garlic. You can add fresh garlic powder. Don't use garlic salt because it might be a little salty, but these are garlic chips and they are delightful, and plus they look so good and taste so good. Let's go ahead and give this a stir. And once those are incorporated, then we're going to add in our noodles and our rice. Look at this. These are rice sticks. They are so good. In they go. Now, these were dried before, so I soaked them in water for about 10 minutes. If you get the frozen variety, you also need to soak those for about 10 minutes or so, okay? Read the instructions on the package because you don't want to just throw them in there right from the packet, okay? You want to let them soak up just a little bit. Trust me, you need to do that because there's no real shortcuts in there. This is not a really difficult recipe either. Okay, so we'll let this cook down now. And then we'll add in our noodles. Okay, and in about 6 minutes, we're gonna be ready. So now I just checked to be sure that our rice, look at that. When I can just pierce it like that, I know that that rice stick is ready. And we're going to now add in our cheese. Did I tell you it was going to be a cheesy sauce? Of course I did. This is our shredded cheddar. Oh, so good. Stir that in. Look at that. That is so good. All right. How about some green onions? I like green onions. And I don't think you can leave it out of this dish, to be honest with you, because they add so much character. And of course, sometimes people say the more the better. So you decide on that, but I would certainly not leave them out. So slice them, I'm slicing on a bias, just like that. And we're gonna put some into our dish. Turn our fire off, stir it around, make it happy. And I've got a couple of items to add. Look, this is the ramen egg. Remember? Oh no, you don't remember. You've got to check out our video on how to make ramen eggs. Yes, it's right here on YouTube. Check it out. I'm gonna put that right into there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look good? And we are just about ready to do this thing. I'm gonna place it into our bowl. Check what I'm going to do next. I have American cheese. I already put cheddar in there, but we're going to hook it up with the American cheese right there on top. And to garnish it, we're going to add in some more of those great green onions because they give so much flavor and character to our wonderful dish. And this is my version of ramen noodles with the topokki sauce and the rice sticks that are in there. And look how delicious that looks. It is so good. So remember to definitely like us. Also want to subscribe, so important. In addition to that, you want to support us on Patreon. When you do that, you'll see the videos before anyone else sees them. In addition to that, you're going to get exclusive content. You're going to get early access. You're going to get behind the scenes nonsense and games and all those things that we have. You're going to love that. And we're going to do it all without ads. So remember, topokki, my way, your way. You're going to make it so delicious because it's always simple and delicious. All right, let's taste. I'm going to try the sauce. Oh, that is so good. Now I gotta get some of these noodles. Yes. Oh man. Tell you, this really is delicious. I know it says chili paste on the package, but it's not that hot, but it is that flavorful. It is so good. This is a great meal. I can't believe this. It's called street food. It's not. It is honest to goodness nourishment. It is Korea's version of macaroni and cheese. Now it's your version.